time for another rousing edition of Overreaction Monday here on the program. Mike Del Tufo's he's searching for the drop and found it. There we go.
That was crap. That was garbage. This place sucks.
Overreaction
Mondays.
Monday.
All right, Chris, what do you have for me over there? Let's start us off. Okay.
The road to Super Bowl 53 will go through New Orleans in the NFC.
That's an overreaction.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's an overreaction.
They're not the best team in the NFC?
I'm not saying that. I just don't know that they're going to have the best record when it's all said and done.
Okay.
They play in a much tougher division than the Rams, who come home now and take on Seattle, which suddenly didn't look as dominant as they had in recent years. Then the Rams, after that, they've got that huge game against Kansas City and Mexico City before a bye. Then they're at Detroit, at Chicago, home for Philly on a Sunday night, at Arizona, home for San Francisco to finish up. And the Saints still have the Carolina Panthers twice, just to start. You know, they've got a game against Atlanta on Thanksgiving night at home. But as you know, the road team usually wins those. The New Orleans Saints also have to visit Dallas. And they're a different team. And they're home for Pittsburgh, too. So I don't know if they're going to have the best record. That's why I say that. What's next, sir?
Next, let's go to Pittsburgh. The Steelers are a better team without Le'Veon Bell right now.
I don't think that's an overreaction. They are. Le'Veon Bell shows up, and there's definitely going to be some people in that locker room who think he should play a lot more. And I brought this up on Game Day Morning yesterday, that they're better off without him. And Irv, Terrell Davis was on the set, and Kurt Warner, all the former players, were all like, they're going to welcome him back with open arms, and I'm sure they would. And they say that Le'Veon Bell on this team makes the Steelers better because he's one of the best in the league.
Right.
But James Conner is playing one of the best in the league, and the way that he's playing one of the best in the league is that he is getting the ball all the time. And after the game in which the Ravens got torched by him, and Conner has now gotten the ball 108 times for 689 yards over the past 4 games. Asked if he could handle a similar workload over the final 8. He said, quote unquote, I'm built for this. So suddenly what? You're going to split the carries? What happens if suddenly they don't perform nearly as well, 2 making as good as 1? I'm sorry. I mean, Lev was the one who opened the door up for this kid to come bash it through. So I will say that is not an overreaction. That's a proper reaction. What else?
Let's go back to the NFC South. The NFC South will send 3 teams to the playoffs once again this year. Saints, Panthers, Falcons, all on big winning streaks.
Let me look at this. Okay. Just proof that I don't see these beforehand. Oh, man. They could. I think Dallas wins tonight. I think the Eagles are a better team, though, with Golden Tate, and they have beaten Atlanta heads up. Atlanta plays Dallas in Week 11. That's a big game. There are going to be some big ones coming up. I think Carolina's definitely making the playoffs. Don't forget the Vikings at 5-3-1. Man, the Packers season once again, just wondering what if. I'm going to say no. I'll say that's an overreaction. I say that only one extra team makes it from the NFC South, and somebody's going to provide a team from a different
Falcons
division.
Still have a hole to climb out.
Yes, I think so. That's an issue for them, and that tie break, that season-opening loss at Philly when they couldn't get the ball in the end zone, 4 cracks from inside the 10 again, it's going to be a problem. In Carolina, Norv Turner's coordinating this offense. They've been terrific, and Cam has been terrific, and that defense is doing their usual bang thing. What a big game this is, Week 10, Pittsburgh against Carolina to start it.
Thursday night football.
Now it's a game.
Now it's a game.
That's right. Now it's a game.
Now it's a game. Let's go to Kansas City, Rich. Patrick Mahomes leads the NFL in touchdown passes and yards right now.
Yes.
But our overreaction is he will break Peyton Manning's single-season passing touchdown record of 55. He has 29 through 9 games.
He is, let's see, I got the on-pace stat right here so I could inform myself. He's
on pace, I think for right about 55, I think.
I don't know. I have so many stats in front of me right here. Not an overreaction. I think he does it.
You think he sets it?
I think he sets it.
Oh, man.
Wow. I think he sets it. He's home for Arizona this week. Look out below. We just saw the Rams, the Rams defense, the way that it has been playing of late. Okay, and if Marcus Peters can't, I mean, how you don't think Tyreek Hill wants to torch Marcus Peters? Then they have a bye. They play Oakland twice, man. Oakland. You want to talk about tanking in the wide open space and clear? Bruce Irvin got released over the weekend.
He was a defensive captain.
Somebody like you, everybody's looking for pass rush, including the Raiders, whose coach let Khalil Mack go and then started lamenting the lack of a pass rush, and they just let go a pass rusher that the whole rest of the league, once he clears waivers, is going to be all over. Wait till he shows up in New England. By the way, I'm serious. Seattle might take him back. Seattle take him back in a heartbeat. So yes, not an overreaction. He busts that thing in two. And I'm not just saying that because he's scheduled to be on the Rich Eisen show tomorrow.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.